This live edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by Freaking.com. Now, what you're seeing here is part of the Liberty Forum. It's a Liberty-oriented movie called The Silver Circle that's showing. And in a second here, something's going to happen. There we go. That gives me an excuse to pan away finally. Now that I got the explosion. These folks are showing the film. And hundreds of folks, more folks than were at the last Liberty Forum, have already apparently signed up to be here, but most of them are inside in speeches right now. I just want to give you a few shots and also give you a heads up about my current situation. As you know, I got a call from Goffstown PD about 3 days ago looking for me. When I returned the call, however, they didn't return my call for about 2 days, so I called them and asked them what was going on, and they seem to not know. So we'll just see where that goes. But I have set up an interview here with Brendan Kelly, a man I think very highly of, who is a pretty successful liberty activist in the Libertarian Party. That's an unusual thing to be successful in the Libertarian Party, but he's made it to selectman in Seabrook, New Hampshire, correct, Mr. Kelly? And
got reelected for another 3 years.
Oh, good. Well, congratulations. Well, so I'm always cautious to argue with someone who has had success, but we do have some differences, but we'll probably get to in a minute. There is something, though, and another thing you're doing that I appreciate, which is you've got a new organization you've started called Roar for Liberty. Could you tell me a bit about that?
Okay, this is a concept that I came up with as a means of integrating the Libertarian Party with the other protest groups that are outside of the normal candidates, Democrats and Republicans. I thought that if we could align with the Tea Party people, tax revolters, the 912ers, the constitutionalists, and people who may have formerly been Republicans but feel that their party deserted them, they may feel comfortable coming back to join us and start over.
So that's the part that I agree with, and I think you're on the right track. WarForLiberty.com. I mean, I think it's good to reach out, to something bigger that's going on. But you're also doing something else that I think is only half right, and that is you're running for State House, which I think is wonderful. But you're doing it on the Libertarian Party ticket, and I'm wishing you would do it on the Republican ticket.
Yeah, well, actually, the Republicans approached me at the Sport Fest last summer. Couldn't understand why I didn't run as a Republican the last time, because I would have got elected if I was running as a Republican. And I had to explain to the gentleman that I can't run as a Republican because, to me, the Republican-Democratic parties are the problem. And I can only run as a Libertarian to get in there and institute a change. He told me it was impossible, I wouldn't be able to get to do it. And, of course, I'm one of these people who don't tell me I can't do something, because then I'm going to have to find a way to do it.
Well, when I ran as here, I'll bring the camera back around here. So when I ran as a Republican in 2008, I didn't get any pressure at all from the party. I felt like they were behind me, supportive.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm more of a wild-eyed radical than you are. So why is it that you're so sure that being in the Republican Party would not work?
Well, because we have them up there already, and they're not getting to do anything because they get swallowed by the party. If they help get you elected, then they're going to hold their wait a minute. You've got to have this or this. They're going to assign you to the committee they want to assign to because you're just starting off. And I think that is a problem. I told them my idea is there's this big, huge balloon up there of problems, and neither the Democrats or Republicans are ever going to stick a sword in that and break it up. The only way it's going to happen is if we get an outside influence come in and say this is wrong. I want to be able to, at all times, hold up the state constitution, and when they're doing something that's not in there, call their attention to it. Now, they may not pay attention to me, but I'm always going to be bringing it up. You're doing something you're not allowed to do.
Aren't you going to run into a problem, though, of, just to get on the ballot as a Libertarian, you're going to expend a ton of effort, aren't you? I mean, wouldn't it be better to be running as a Republican and then expending that effort on getting elected?
Well, I'm going by what happened the last time. I got 750 votes. at the last time in the Obama landslide thing where everybody was just either voting for or against Obama, but I still got, in that election in '08, I got 750 people to step outside the box and vote for me as a libertarian. I plan on more than doubling that this time, and that will definitely get me elected.
Okay, so what was the percentage that you got last time?
I finished sixth out of there was 9 candidates. I finished sixth.
Well, that's pretty good for a libertarian candidate.
Yeah.
And like I said, you know, I think you're one of the most effective big L libertarians in the world.
I believe I am, and this. I think I have to set the example that you can do it. It can be done.
I hope it works.
I hope it works too. Thank you to the people of Seabrook.
Well, whether I agree with you on the party selection or not, good luck in 2010.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mr. Kelly. Again, this edition of the Ridley Report brought to you by Keene.com. They are the folks who are working to free the beautiful little city of Keene from the clutches of the government. Dave Ridley signing off for RidleyReport.com, sponsored by FreeKeene.com.